Hey, what's up? My name is Luca, and welcome to my channel where you can look at YouTube videos. Today's video is, for the first time ever, recommended to me by someone on YouTube. That person is QWERTY4559, so thank you, QWERTY. The title of today's video is Timelapse of the Universe by MelodySheep. So I'm excited about this. How about you? Don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. We're going on a journey, everybody. What was that? Looks like a trailer for things to come. Every passing second represents 22 million years. Every second, 22 million years, guys. Haha, and it begins. There we go. Big bang. Already?
From the
Stars?
primordial cloud of gas and cosmic dust, gravity forged the stars.
Majestic music and shots. All this beautiful color.
Gravity connects star systems together in vast
So it's gravity
galaxies
that binds them all together.
and steers them on their journey through unbounded space.
I wonder if those filaments of galaxies are
The
also held
relentless
together
flow
by
of
gravity
time
as well.
has driven the evolution of the universe and created extraordinary wonders.
Colliding galaxies.
Some galaxies
Imagine the
form so
spectacle of that.
close
This is
together
fast forwarded,
that
of
they're
course.
locked in a gravitational embrace.
You know, this disco music is fitting of this dance they're doing. Yeah. And keep in mind, most galaxies are empty. So
What a magnificent sight.
when they collide is a strong word. The stars fly in between each other because of all this empty space between them. And slowly gravity consolidates them all together into a coherent galaxy. Sometimes they collide, and that's a bad day for you. If you're on the planet or orbiting the star where that happens, you should be fine. I think we're on course to collide with the Andromeda galaxy in a few minutes.
As it evolves, the universe passes through distinct eras,
Distinct eras.
vast ages whose beginnings and endings are marked by unique milestones. The births and deaths of its wonders.
Immense wonders.
We are the product of a
That's
grand
Carl Sagan talking.
evolutionary
Before it was
cosmic evolution,
what's the guy's name again?
about which we are only occasionally
Brian
aware.
Cox or something? The Australian guy? Who else? Oh my gosh, look at that shot.
Gravity is the great creator,
Wow,
the
that's an
constructor
amazing
of
shot.
worlds.
Galaxy.
But gravity is also the destroyer, because it's relentless.
What could this be?
When a star around 15 times the mass of our sun collapses,
15 is a black hole.
all the matter in its core is crushed into an infinite void of blackness known as a stellar mass
look at these
black
shots.
hole.
Wow, music is haunting. Black hole.
The immense gravitational pull of these monsters can rip a star apart. They tear matter from its surface and drag it into orbit.
Oh wow, look at that. I've never seen a black hole depicted like this.
This
Turbulent
superheated
and
matter spins
fierce.
around the mouth of the black
This is actually
and great jets.
this
of
is much more aligned
radiation
with what I
fire from
imagined.
the core.
Like Interstellar, they show it like smooth distortions of fabric of space-time. Maybe that's the real way it looks like.
Although
But
these jets
I
can be
think
seen
of them
across the cosmos,
as much more
the core
shaky,
itself
violent,
remains a
furious things
mystery.
like this video. Look at this.
Not even light
I've seen
can
pictures
escape.
like this where they
So their
tear
interior
apart
is
this
forever
stellar
hidden
matter,
from
just
us.
like Star Killer Base from Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Just ripping
Throughout
apart
a
the
star's
stellar
life,
mass.
there is a constant
make that
battle
weapon.
between energy pushing out and gravity pushing in. When it runs out of fuel,
Equilibrium
the star
collapses,
collapses and then explodes with the brightness of a billion
Let's
suns.
see how they... It's angelic music. It's fitting, isn't it? Heavens themselves being created.
As the star is
Amazing
torn apart,
majesty of the
it will
cosmos.
fire out into space all the elements that it created in its life and death.
Wow.
These are new stars.
Do they just come online? Are they
forming
just
from the
primed like
elements
this?
blown out
Or is
by
there...
supernova explosions.
Does nuclear fusion just go
New
online
stars
and
being
they
born
abruptly come into
from the
being? Or
remains
is it more
of dead
gradual?
ones. And it's from this universal process of death and rebirth that we emerged.
Which is the real
Because it was in a
cycle of
nebula,
life.
just like
Circle
this,
of life.
5 billion years ago. That's how a sun was formed.
Helios. The sun.
Clouds of hydrogen collapse further and further under the force of gravity, and the life cycle of a new star has
Brian
begun.
Cox's voice is mesmerizing.
The star was born that would come to be known as the sun.
Its birth is heralded by
Around
the
it,
sound of
a network of planets formed.
George and corals.
Among them was the Earth.
Yep. Clumps of matter consolidate
Debris
in the orbital
left
sphere,
over from the
orbital
formation
zone
of the
around the
solar
sun.
system
Planets, yeah.
collides with the Earth.
This is the formation of the moon, isn't it? Can you imagine seeing that, like, you're floating about and you see this stuff
Earth
happening?
began life as a molten
Lord
air.
have mercy.
The early continents were still forming. The land was dominated by volcanoes,
Yeah.
hostile and lifeless. But deep in the oceans, life had begun.
My God. Look at these
The
shots.
latest theory is that chemicals spewing from underwater volcanic vents solidified and created the conditions needed for the first cells to form.
It's amazing. Cells. Single cell.
For some
Single-celled
3
organisms.
billion years, simple microscopic
It took a long time,
organisms were the
3
most
billion years,
advanced form of
single
life
cell.
on the planet.
Took a long time. I think they needed
Cyanobacteria and other oxygen-producing microbes.
cyanobacteria.
began
Is,
to
I've seen in
grow.
documentaries for Mars
These
terraforming
flourished in
that they'll be
colonies of plant-like
utilized
microbes
by
that
being
pumped out
seeded on
enormous
Mars to
volumes
create the
of
oxygen needed to turbocharge the growth of other things.
And it was this increase in oxygen that was the key to the rise of the animal kingdom.
Yeah, need that oxygen in high concentration. It's amazing to think that multicellular life is composed of
Organisms
billions
started
of
using oxygen
little
to
cells.
respire,
It's amazing.
yielding a lot more energy, which allowed the development of more complex life.
Oh my God! Look at that! Look at those shots.
Just before complex life appeared, the world was in the grip of the biggest ice age in its entire history.
Lord have mercy. It's like Hoth from Empire Strikes Back. Entire snowball planet. Sheesh.
And then suddenly, advanced organisms appeared.
Think about all this elapsed time, and only now advanced organisms are appearing. It's glorious music. Amazing shots. The grass formed very late. Dinosaurs. And their ultimate demise. Look how it's rapidly passing through time during the part of our history that we consider more stories. It's an amazing video. MelodySheep, well done. It's amazing. I just keep that in mind, that think about how storied our history is. The ancient Egyptians, Roman Empire, the Aztecs, all of these incredible things. We have such a rich history as human species. And yet when you zoom out, the span of time in which this history took place vanishes into nothingness. We're so late to the party. Yo. We're so late to the party. Man. Kind of lost my trail of thought there. I was thinking about many things going on at the same time for me. I mean, like right now, these kinds of videos that show how late we are to the party, they awaken a few things in me. One is, in particular, this thing, I can't help but think about, there's a famous scientist called Enrico Fermi, and Enrico Fermi postulated something called the Fermi paradox, where he states that, if the universe is so big and has existed for so long, where are all the aliens? Why haven't they contacted us? And in this video, it shows we're late to the party, and many planets and stars and galaxies formed billions of years before we did, which means they had billion-year head starts. And, life, from this video, it looks like it begins fairly quickly after it can happen. But it takes ages for it to go from single cell to multicellular to even bigger. And what they said there, the crucial constraint there is the oxygen output, which is fundamentally governed by, at first, cyanobacteria, and then by plants, which are needed to produce the concentration of oxygen needed to enable respiration. So if you have billion-year head starts on different planets everywhere, right? You have essentially billion-year head starts in terms of a life going from single-cell, multicellular, big old animals to evolve into something at some point that is considered intelligent and that can communicate with us with the technology that enables them to do so. But for some bizarre reason, as the Fermi paradox shows, no one has contacted us. So what's going on from the moment that life begins to emerge to when life can contact other life forms remotely on different planets? There must be hurdles that they have to clear, or filters that need to pass through, and only some of them clear each hurdle, only some of them pass through each filter. So if there's billions of years of head starts throughout the universe on trillions and trillions and trillions of planets, where are all these widespread alien civilizations everywhere? Where are they? Why don't we regularly encounter them? Unless if they're bored by the universe and prefer to live in an alternate dimension because they get to do anything they want there that this universe doesn't allow them to, you would expect to see them everywhere, but you don't. So something is happening. Either, life is very, very rare, or there's many different things that can happen here. What I personally think is that life is abundant throughout the universe, and that it's an emergent property of chemistry scaling up under the right conditions. But I'm not so sure that intelligent life that can wield planet-shaping technology, universe-traversing technology, and these kinds of technologies, I'm not so sure that this kind of life is widespread. And I think that explains why no one has been able to contact us. We've essentially been beaming signals to planets that if they have life, it's like going to the savannas of Africa. There's the equivalents of lions and zebras there, but it doesn't even register to them that they're being contacted, nor are they inclined on getting back to us. This is what I think. And ultimately, I think that if this reinvigorates my I just want to know, man. I just want to know if we're out there, if we're alone out here. Now, the thing about these filters that you need to keep in mind is that there's destruction that is occurring in this universe on a scale and on a scope that you can't imagine. You have it's like single supernova that can completely irradiate and sterilize planetary systems within several dozens of light years around them. And no matter what technology you wield, you won't be able to protect yourself from those. If you have a planetoid the size of the moon heading our way, you won't be able to deflect that. If you've got if you have a gamma ray burst where the beam is lined up with Earth within several hundred light years or so, hey, that's trouble for us. I don't care what you do, you can't really shield that off, even if you can terraform things. So there are certain risks that exist that no matter what we do in terms of terraforming, etc., we won't be able to protect ourselves against. And the useful thing to do then is to explore, expand so that we have multi-billion people colonies on different moons and planets throughout the solar system, and ultimately throughout different star systems as well. So I think this video just, once again, it's an unbelievable inspiring force to want to explore, so that we can secure the future of the human civilization. Insurance against extinction events, and also we need to explore because it seems that by being late to the party, there could be much more ancient civilizations out there that have that are able to wield space-time, matter, energy. They're able to understand things that are so arcane and ethereal to us, even if we forecast what we will be able to achieve thousands of years from now. And so we need to remain humble, and we need to be astute students spreading out throughout the cosmos. And ultimately one day, kind of speechless there, man. We just need to go out there and explore. That's what I think. And this video is absolutely amazingly put together, don't you think? The music, the shots, they're amazing. I've never seen like the black hole like that. I've never seen the cells shown in this kind of way. It was breathtaking. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much for looking at me look at this absolutely amazing video that is recommended to me by QWERTY45559. The time-lapse of the universe. This is a topic that I'm extremely passionate and interested in. Can't wait to see more videos like this. And I'm going to be expecting you all to sign into the next video because we're just getting started. But hey, like those planets in the video with multi-billion year head starts, we're off to a good start right now. We're off to the good start. I really like how this channel is going. Thank you very much for even just watching a minute of these videos. I really appreciate it. And yeah, can't wait to see you on the next video as well. Let's go check it out. Don't forget, my name is Luca, and this is Look at Me Look, where you can look at me look at YouTube videos. So don't forget to subscribe, and take care. Bye-bye.